Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Gamer Scene. It is of course Monday, so here is your weekly gaming update for the 16th of July 2012. I am your host, Connor, and let's crack straight on with the news for this week. Well, aside from the fact I'm getting a new headset, hell yeah, which I don't really think you care about, but there is other news. And we have got some pictures of a new super, inverted commas, slim PlayStation 3. Are they legit or are they not legit? Let us know in the comments. We've got the pictures over at thegamerscene.com, so make sure to check them out over there. Also in the news, the Medal of Honor Warfighter pre-orderers could well be getting access to a Battlefield 4 beta. Will they? I don't know. Don't go rushing out there to get the Medal of Honor Warfighters pre-ordered before you need to, but just keep in mind you could be getting access to a great game beta if you do get it. What else? Well, the Game of Thrones 7 Kingdom online game will be coming soon in a flood of stuff Game of Thrones related. There's going to be an online game for it, which, if you like Game of Thrones, which plenty of you do, you might want to check out. And also, there's going to be, also in the online gaming sort of category, there is an Ice Age Online, and the beta has come online earlier this week, so have a look at that. In other news, well, an Arkham prequel could be about. The makers of Arkham City could well be making a prequel featuring the Justice League, i.e. the guys like Superman, Green Lantern and Wonder Woman and all those couple of guys, in order to make sure that the Justice League is at the peak of its rep when the film comes out later. So whilst that's not confirmed, there could well be something like that coming out, so keep an eye out on that. And a stronger hint, Rockstar have hinted of another Red Dead Redemption game. So Red Dead Redemption 2 could well be hitting consoles somewhere later, so check it out. Game that's definitely coming out, Ultima Forever Quest for the Avatar, in a free-to-play throwback to the old Ultima games. There's going to be an online free-to-play game that's going to be transferable between computer and iPad, which looks very interesting, and I definitely will be having a look at that because I'm all over free stuff. But you know, if you've got a PC or an iPad, make sure you have a look because it could well be interesting. And finally, possibly in the wrong section, but I'm going to keep it here because I've got some details. July 17th, i.e. tomorrow, there's going to be the COD Elite DLC. More is coming. It features 2 multiplayer maps called Decommissioned, which is sort of like a graveyard of boats, and Offshore, which is an oil rig. And there's also a Spec Ops mission called Vertigo, which is in an Abu Dhabi hotel and features rockets and helicopters. What more fun could be had in a Spec Ops mission? I honestly don't know. So definitely, if you've got Elite DLC, if you've got COD Elite, make sure you get it. If you don't have that, or Xbox, sorry, no clue when it's coming out. I'm gonna have to say leave that one for now. Anyway, we head on to game releases, and what have we got coming to your consoles this week? Well, Tuesday is always the starting day, so let's kick off with that. Tuesday, Dyad, I think that's the way you say it, is coming out for PlayStation 3. It's a sort of what's it called? It's a sort of like abstract warp speed racing game, a bit like Wipeout was on the PSP and other PlayStation consoles, so that looks very interesting, and you know, that looks like it could be alright. There's a Resident Evil HD collection which features the Dark Side Chronicles and the Umbrella Chronicles, so if you're a big Resident Evil fan, you could well be getting that, and that certainly could be interesting. And I know that there are plenty of people who could be interested in that. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic collection. Not much details on that for the PC, but that could well be containing Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. And whilst that's not much help considering the Steam Summer Sale is on releasing those sort of games really cheaply, if you're interested, it could well be of interest for you. And on the 3DS, so a bit of 3D games for you here is Heroes of Ruin. So if you've got your 3DS, there's not much coming out, so make sure you get that one, because that's all you're going to be getting for a while, guys. Sorry. And finally on Tuesday, the Mass Effect Free Earth DLC coming to PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and PC. So it definitely, that looks good. I certainly like the Mass Effect series when I'm playing for it at the moment. More of those videos to be coming soon, but there's more DLC for it, so make sure you get along with that. Wednesday, the only game on Wednesday is the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD Xbox 360. Now, I saw a TV program that made me wonder if Tony Hawk's actually skates anymore, but either way, he has released another skating game, and it's a HD game for Xbox 360, so all you skater guys out there, make sure you get on and get that one. And finally for this week, in another very quiet week, there's nothing coming out. What is going on in this summer? It's Ensemble Online for the PC, and massively multiplayer online real-time strategy sandbox game with a few RPG elements thrown in there. So the description says you can build, you can harvest, you can attack, you can do whatever you like. That sounds quite interesting, so I'll be having a look at that, and you might be getting a video for it if you're lucky. What can I say? So what out of that is worth having a look? Well, Dyad, as I said, could be a very interesting game, and it's already attracted some good scores from the critics and users alike, so you definitely want to have a look at that, because that world could be interesting, and Wipeout was a fantastic game. So you know, if that's along the similar lines, then that world could be another fantastic game. And there's nothing else. I honestly say there's nothing else. You'll want to get the Mass Effect free Earth DLC. So in this slot, instead I'm going to advertise the Steam Summer Sale. I have been raiding this like there is no tomorrow recently. I've been getting games like Terraria for less than £2, the Trine series for less than a £5, and there are some really great deals Steam are doing at the moment, including new games, old games, all sorts of batches of games, so definitely have a look at that. That'll keep you PC users interested until there are actually some decent games released this summer. I cannot wait. Anyway, what happened last week that you might have missed out on that you probably should be getting yourself? Well, NCAA Football 13, the American football game, said it could have done well. It's done pretty well. That's whilst it's not a major hit, it's American football, and it's not going to be a massive hit over here in Europe. Whilst it might be in the America, I'm not totally sure, but it's definitely doing reasonably well. So if you like American football, you'll want to get this game, because it's quite a good American football game, quite a solid game. And also from last week, Quantum Conundrum, a sort of quantum physics first-person puzzler from what I can tell. It features things like dimensions, which include stuff like the normal dimension, the fluffy dimension. You can move objects around in slow motion, and you use all these things to solve puzzles, different sort of puzzles, in order to get through and get your uncle, who is a professor, I believe, and that looks like a really fun game. So it's on Xbox 360. I think it's the Xbox Live Arcade. So that looks like a really fun game, and I honestly say if I had an Xbox I would probably be taking a look. Unfortunately I don't, so I'm going to have to believe that one to all you Xbox guys out there. Anyway, what has come on the website that you probably want to take a look at? Well, there has been some information on Greenlight, the new Steam service, which features users voting for which games they want to see on Steam. So take a look on the game scene and have a read of that. And also, Ouya, I think it's spelled like that. I think it's said like that. Ouya is an Android-powered gaming console that could well be coming in the future. So they've moved on from phones to gaming consoles, and they could be featuring that. That could be coming to you anytime soon, so that certainly looks interesting, because Android is a very solid mobile phone platform. Anyway, that's all the news I've got. I'm not going to tell you what videos that are going to be released this week, because I always say it and then I feel bad when I don't release them. So instead of me worrying about sticking to a schedule, I'm going to say you'll get what comes to you. And that's it for this weekly review. It's been a quiet one as always, because it's pretty quiet at the moment. So until games pick up, I'm gonna have to keep going like this, and hopefully generate news as it comes. Anyway, there are of course the free YouTube buttons: comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure to click them. You know what to do, guys. It's the same as YouTube and always. Make sure to check out thegamerscene.com, because we have news like I have been talking about, and all sorts of stuff like that coming to you fresh every day, as well as reviews. So make sure you take a look, and that will be me, Sonicateer, out.